Picture a city meticulously crafted to dazzle. Observe Miami's striking skyline, a veritable forest of shimmering glass towers, mirroring the Cerulean Ocean, where magnificent billion-dollar yachts gently berth, alongside acclaimed five-star dining establishments. It's a destination that has elevated luxury to an almost sacred doctrine. Yet, there's a poignant sound conspicuously absent from its glossy tourism advertisements. It's the weary sigh exhaled onto a perpetually humid concrete sidewalk. It's the stark, audible reality of the American dream colliding abruptly with the harsh pavement. Pause. Direct your gaze with greater scrutiny. Beyond the vibrant neon glow of South Beach and the formidable financial might of Brickell, a starkly different, parallel world exists. In early 2026, even as the city reveled in unprecedented tourism numbers, a grim census revealed over 3,700 individuals experiencing homelessness across Miami-Dade County. A staggering 900 of these individuals were sleeping entirely unsheltered, left vulnerable to the relentless elements, the incessant urban clamor, and the pervasive indifference of a city that frequently endeavors to feign their non-existence. Welcome to Homeless US. Today, we embark on a journey to peel back the shimmering facade of the Magic City. Our discussion transcends mere statistics. We are confronting a deeply entrenched biological and economic trap. We will meticulously investigate why, within one of the most affluent regions on Earth, the average cost of a one-bedroom apartment has now soared to $2,389. This exorbitant expense leaves the vital local workforce, the very individuals who diligently maintain our hotels and keep our streets pristine, precariously perched, just one missed paycheck away from finding themselves on a stairwell. In this 50-minute special presentation, we will venture deep inside the hidden encampments nestled beneath the highway overpasses and Overtown. We will bear witness to the harrowing heat crisis, where the relentless subtropical sun transforms concrete sidewalks into veritable furnaces, and confront the lethal toxic chemical surge that is silently claiming lives in the shadows, often before anyone even has the chance to summon aid. How can we permit a grand cultural spectacle like Art Basel to warmly receive 75,000 elite international visitors, while simultaneously, almost 11,000 children within this very county are designated as hidden homeless, forced to live doubled up in dangerously overcrowded and unstable accommodations? Is this truly representative of progress, or is it a coldly calculated act of societal exclusion? Do not avert your gaze. What you are about to confront is the stark, unvarnished truth lurking beneath the idealized postcard image. It is a mirror unflinchingly held up to a city that is expanding its physical footprint far more rapidly than it can adequately tend to the needs of its people. Our journey into the profound undercurrents of Miami commences without delay. Part 2, The Parallel World, Overtown to Brickell. Miami, indeed, is a city characterized by parallel truths. In historic neighborhoods such as Overtown, population density soars to more than 12,000 residents per square mile. Here, the daily struggle is profoundly visceral, a relentless and unforgiving negotiation with perpetual scarcity. There is no consistent roof offering refuge from the persistent rain, no secure private corner for restful repose, and the corrosive emptiness of hunger perpetually echoes through its streets. This stark domain exists in brutal contrast, far removed from the city's celebrated gloss and glamour. It is a harsh world populated by makeshift encampments where meager belongings are fiercely guarded, like the most fragile of treasures, within a county sprawling over 2,400 square miles. Fundamental necessities such as a warm meal or access to clean water transform into elusive, almost unattainable luxuries. The pervasive suffering manifests as a bone-deep fatigue, the crushing culmination of months, and sometimes even years, of never truly achieving a state of profound, secure, and restorative sleep. However, this profound divide is not merely geographic, it is fundamentally economic. In Brickell, often lauded as the Wall Street of the South, its pristine sidewalks teem with the vibrant energy of global financiers during the day. Yet, as night falls, those very same sidewalks become impromptu shelters for those without homes. This intense urban density renders the crisis utterly impossible to overlook, even as the city relentlessly continues its upward expansion, adding countless luxury residential units while the unsheltered count stubbornly continues its ascent. We bear witness to the remarkable sidewalk adaptation, the ubiquitous shopping carts, brimming with the poignant remnants of a life once lived, the desperate, constant quest for a dry sanctuary amidst Miami's formidable 61 inches of annual rainfall, and the quiet, yet profound, resilience of individuals who have been systematically pushed to the outermost fringes of society's map. This is not some far-off, faint echo. It is a stark, undeniable reality born directly from a systemic failure that has tragically decoupled escalating housing costs from stagnating local wages. Part 3. The subtropical furnace, surviving the heat. The prevailing weather conditions are far more than a mere subject of casual conversation. They represent a formidable tactical threat. When the oppressive humidity descends and clings like a suffocating blanket, existing without adequate shelter transforms into an utterly exhausting and relentless fight for sheer survival. Miami's summer daily highs typically average 91 degrees Fahrenheit, yet the heat index frequently surges past a perilous 105 degrees. Within the urban heat islands of the downtown core, where vast expanses of concrete relentlessly absorb and then radiate the sun's intense energy, the actual temperature can be a brutal 7 degrees higher than in the more verdant suburbs. For the documented 1,180 for unsheltered individuals residing in Miami-Dade, this represents a relentless, daily biological battle for their very existence. The devastating toll of this heat is visibly etched upon their skin, peeling, painfully blistered, and raw. Sweat-soaked garments stubbornly cling to irritated flesh, and life-threatening dehydration insidiously creeps in with a deadly quiet stealth. The desperate search for even the smallest sliver of shade transforms into an all-consuming, full-time endeavor. While the occasional public fountain may offer a fleeting moment of relief, severely limited access to potable water, particularly across numerous canals and bridges, leaves countless individuals in a harrowing state of constant physical distress. This dire situation extends far beyond mere discomfort. It is, in essence, the biological erosion of the human spirit and body. When the physical form is subjected to relentless and constant thermal stress, the mind becomes incapable of focusing on any semblance of long-term stability. One simply cannot effectively seek employment or navigate complex social services when their entire being is consumed by the struggle to prevent their internal temperature from reaching a critical breaking point. The oppressive heat stands as a silent, insidious killer within the glittering Magic City, and its harshest, most fatal impact falls squarely upon those with no door to offer them sanctuary. Part 4. The rent trap, the math of displacement. Why, then, is the population of individuals experiencing homelessness paradoxically expanding within a city that outwardly boasts such abundant opportunity? The undeniable answer lies in the harsh reality of economic displacement. By 2026, the average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Miami had alarmingly surged to nearly $2.400. This astronomical figure represents a staggering 50% increase over the national average. Yet crucial local wages, still anchored by a paltry $13 per hour minimum, have utterly failed to keep pace. This is precisely the insidious rent trap, a predatory mechanism that voraciously devours incomes and mercilessly forces residents into an inescapable cycle of permanent instability. The Miami-Dade Clerk of Courts documented an astonishing more than 18,000 eviction filings in 2025 alone. Each individual filing among these represents a family whose entire established routine and sense of security was brutally shattered. We witnessed the heartbreaking progression, individuals skipping essential meals merely to stretch their dwindling dollars, families being forced into cramped, severely overcrowded living conditions that strain every fragile human bond, and ultimately, the profound heartbreak of beginning life anew on the cold, unforgiving sidewalk. Alarmingly, nearly 40% of all homelessness cases documented in Miami are directly attributable to what we term housing unaffordability. These are not individuals who have failed in some personal capacity. Rather, they are people who have been mercilessly outpaced by the relentless economic demands of their very own zip code. In the northern reaches of Miami-Dade, the hidden homeless population has tragically swelled to over 66,000 individuals, a shocking figure that includes 11,000 vulnerable children. These are families forced to live in their vehicles, in precarious garages, or doubled up in rooms never intended for safe human habitation. They represent the invisible tide of the city, perpetually teetering just one unforeseen setback away from becoming the next visible face on the sidewalk. Part 5. The toxic surge, the shadow in the street supply. Layered precariously atop the existing housing and heat crises is a third, even more lethal and insidious danger: the toxic chemical supply in the dimly lit, shadowed alleys of neighborhoods such as Alapata. A dire public health emergency is unfolding with alarming speed and tragic consequences. In real time, alarmingly high-potency synthetic compounds have inundated the South Florida illicit drug market. These are not the familiar substances of a decade ago. They are profoundly unpredictable, frequently adulterated with dangerous industrial fillers and potent veterinary sedatives, leading to extreme physical instability. A single misguided dose on these streets often doesn't merely precipitate a health crisis. It tragically extinguishes a life before the individual even grasps the profound danger they are in. Dedicated outreach teams from vital organizations such as Camillus House and Chapman Partnership are witnessing the devastating fallout firsthand. They are confronting a population that is not only unhoused, but is being systematically and chemically targeted by a predatory supply chain that ruthlessly prioritizes illicit profit above all human survival. The profound loneliness of the margin renders these vulnerable individuals susceptible to seeking these illusory escapes, but tragically, the very escape they seek has transformed into a deadly trap. We observe the insidious, quiet erosion of hope as deepening dependency further severs individuals' vital connection from the very systems that could potentially offer a path to recovery and egress. In a city that proudly thrives on its high life, the stark reality of the low life serves as a grim and potent reminder that without a stable foundation, the resilient human spirit can be utterly overwhelmed by the encroaching shadows. Part 6. The fragmented safety net. Promises vs. reality. Miami, on paper, appears to overflow with a vast array of support networks. The Miami-Dade Homeless Trust, for instance, manages over 8,000 available beds, and over the past decade, they have commendably achieved an overall reduction in certain categories of homelessness. However, for the individual currently enduring life on the sidewalk, the perceived gaps in the net feel not merely like spaces, but like impassable chasms. There's the crushing frustration of the waiting list, an interminable limbo that saps hope. There's the profound weariness of documentation, a bureaucratic hurdle that many on the street cannot surmount, as they often lack the fundamental identification or records indispensably required to access the very aid specifically designed to rescue them. While innovative programs such as Housing First have successfully housed 200 individuals since 2015, the sheer demand for such assistance is unfortunately growing at a pace far exceeding the available inventory. We also observe the debilitating emotional toll of exclusion in opulent Miami Beach, where 23 million tourists annually inject billions into the local economy. Nearly 100 unsheltered individuals persist in a state of perpetual unease. The stark visibility of this crisis frequently instigates the implementation of new policies, such as restrictive anti-encampment laws and shifts in federal funding towards transitional models that often regrettably feel as though they are actively pushing people further into the shadows. rather than effectively guiding them into stable homes. When a supposed safety net morphs into a convoluted procedural maze, it fundamentally ceases to function as a net and instead transforms into yet another formidable barrier to overcome. Part 7. The Action Blueprint: Pathways to Restoration. As we cast our gaze forward towards the year 2027, what then truly constitutes the horizon of possibility? Solutions are indeed being earnestly proposed, but their successful implementation unequivocally demands a collective vision from the entire community. The meticulously crafted 2026 Action Blueprint for Miami-Dade courageously proposes the addition of 1,000 new affordable housing units, with rents thoughtfully capped at 30% of the median income. This initiative embodies the Dignity Restoration Model, a pragmatic approach that wisely recognizes the fundamental truth that homelessness cannot be effectively solved without first comprehensively addressing the underlying housing shortage. Furthermore, there is a burgeoning movement advocating for the conversion of Miami's vast inventory of unused hotel rooms, of which there are over 90,000, into much-needed transitional havens. This innovative approach would brilliantly leverage the city's colossal tourism infrastructure to directly confront and resolve its pressing human emergency. Additionally, comprehensive long-term job training programs, strategically linked to the extensive workforce of the Port of Miami, which employs 140,000 individuals, offer a concrete pathway towards rebuilding purpose for many. These are not merely policy ideas, they are, unequivocally, moral imperatives. They directly confront and address the fundamental root vulnerabilities that leave far too many children and families precariously teetering on the edge of despair. By courageously bridging the chasm between the city's celebrated glittering image and its stark grim present, we possess the power to mend the deep wounds of exclusion and, in doing so, forge a city that genuinely lives up to its cherished magic name. Part 8. The Outrow, the Soul of the Magic City. As we bring this extensive journey through the intricate streets of Miami to its conclusion, the inherent contrasts become strikingly sharp and utterly unavoidable. We have explored the parallel worlds, endured the relentless subtropical furnaces, and navigated the insidious rent traps. We have borne witness to a city defined by both immense, glittering prosperity and profound, heartbreaking deprivation. Yet, amidst this stark reality, we have also been privileged to witness the remarkable unyielding spirit in every humble encampment nestled beneath a bridge and every makeshift sidewalk residence in Wynwood. There resides a human being tenaciously clinging to the last fragile thread of hope. Reclaiming the true soul of Miami is not simply a matter of erecting more gleaming towers. It is fundamentally about ensuring that the very people who construct these edifices can actually afford to live within them or nearby. The true greatness of any city is ultimately not measured by the soaring grandeur of its skyline, but rather by the compassion and dignity with which it treats its most vulnerable neighbors, those who have fallen the furthest. We are, in essence, all interconnected by the same delicate, invisible threads of human experience. A sudden, unforeseen twist of fortune, an unexpected economic tremor, or a devastating health crisis could, with disarming ease, weave any one of us into this complex and often fragile tapestry of vulnerability. Thank you for joining us on Homeless US. This poignant documentary was meticulously crafted to honor the extraordinary endurance of those who bravely survive in the shadows. If this compelling story has resonated with you, we respectfully ask that you please like, share, and subscribe. Your heightened awareness represents the crucial first step toward fostering meaningful change. We invite you to consider, what is that one comfort you perhaps take for granted that we, as a society, should strive to ensure everyone possesses? Let's engage in a thoughtful discussion about it in the comments section below. Until our next encounter, we urge you to keep your eyes open to the realities around you and your heart prepared to empathize. This has been Homeless US, because, fundamentally, every single soul deserves a place to belong.